video, I will be showing you how you can create a virtual machine and install Windows 98 on it using PCem. You've probably seen my past videos, my past couple videos where I demonstrated to you, and you were probably wondering, hey, how the heck does he do that? Well, I will show you how I did it in this video. And all of the downloads necessary are in a few links below the video. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, now first things first, assuming that you've unzipped all of the folders that are downloaded, we should keep an eye on this one first, PCem. So just click on the PCem folder, go down to PCem, and as you can see, it says no ROMs present. That's because we don't have any ROMs put in the ROMs folder yet. So that's where this ROMs folder comes into play. You have to copy all the content over from here all the way in here into this ROMs folder. Every single thing in here. Drag it over to ROMs. It may take a few minutes, but there you go. And let's just do some housekeeping here. And go back and see if the app will launch. It does. Look at that. So yeah, now we are going to create our very first virtual machine. So how we do that is we do this and then just pick a name. I'm just going to pick Windows Win98 SE because this is second edition. And just click OK. And you'll be prompted with this. In my example, I am going with a let's see, a socket 8 Intel VS440FX. One all the way down here, second to last. I highly recommend this. It's an Intel board. I go all the way up to a Pentium Overdrive 333. And 256, I think, yeah, that maxes out the memory on this motherboard, maxes out at 256. And then what you're going to do is go to, this is where the graphics adapter, which graphics adapter you're going to be choosing. And I will be choosing Voodoo 3DFX Voodoo 3, which is excellent if you want to game. Retro gaming. I use 3DFX, Voodoo 3 all the time in a lot of my applications. Yeah, it's and then just go to sound and device, go with Sound Blaster E32 because that's what kind of driver I supplied you with. The download, and then you go right here, just leave it like it is, and then in my example I'm just gonna choose none, no floppy drives, and then just keep this the way it is, and then just 24. You can either do 24 or 40. I'll do 40, what the heck. And then now down here you would want to create a hard drive. You could create a raw image, but I am going with a dynamic size, which basically sizes your virtual hard drive accordingly, depending on how much space you use up. And then what you do is you name the file. Name it whatever the heck you want. I am going to name mine Win98 SEHD. HHD. I'm sorry. Oh no, not HHD. HDD. I am sorry. And we go here and then, save it on the desktop for now. Or we can save it in PC in here. And the file will be named, I gotta name it differently from my other one there. VHD. And that's the path, it generates the path. And I would highly recommend going with maybe 1800, then just leave it the way it is. Click, the drive has been created. Don't worry about that. And now what we're going to do is start it. Now, just so you guys know, I am assuming that you have a copy of Windows 98 Second Edition on hand. You can either, like, you can rip the ISO image from it, or if you don't have one, like I said, Google's your best friend. Look it up. I'm sure a website has it archived somewhere. It's archived somewhere on the internet. Just browse the internet for an ISO file of Windows 98. In this case, I already have an ISO file. So what you're going to do is go to CD-ROM and go to load image. I'm assuming that you already have an ISO file. You go and you find your ISO file. Mine's up here. Install that. And then what you would want to do is press F1 to get into the setup, the BIOS. Why is it? There we go. And go to boot options. Oh, crap. And then go to boot options, press enter. And as you can see, the first boot device is floppy. We do not want that. We want the CD-ROM drive. And you press escape. Then go to exit. And then choose this. Yes, of course we do. And then again, it may take a little while, but okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Don't worry about that. Just press escape to continue to boot. Okay. And just go down to 2 and just boot from CD-ROM. You can't boot from the hard disk yet because there is nothing on the hard disk. May take a little while. Okay, yay, we made it. Okay, press enter. And just do what it tells you. Yes, yes, of course you want to enable large disk support. Okay. Just press enter. Don't worry about that. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. I have no idea why there's all that encrypted characters, all those encrypted characters there. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. We'll fix that later with the floppy drive. Boot from CD. They ask you this stuff like 2 or 3 times. This will take a little while to format. Okay, now do as it says. Guess we want to continue, so press enter. Enlarge this for you guys. Look at that. It's pretty cool, right? Yes. Back in the day, long ago when the days were old. Let me straighten out my camera. Sorry. Okay. We want to click next. Don't mess around with the directories and everything. If Windows is going to install itself on the C drive in the Windows directory, leave it alone. Bin 90. That is my name. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. Then just press next. I live in the United States, so it's going to start copying files. This may take a little while, so grab yourself some rum and eggnog. I know I will. Okay, now wait until the computer restarts. Don't worry about that, just click escape. And then boot from hard disk. Brings back memories. I remember our first PC when I was 7 years old. My dad got a Gateway 2000, and that was awesome. I remember that. I used to play Doom. I used to play Quake. Pajama Sam. I don't know if that rings a bell with any of you fellow millennials, but all right. My username is going to be, you guessed it, not Bim, Bin 90. And here, you're going to have to get obtain your product key from your hard copy of your Windows 98 second edition disk. Or, like I said, search the internet. Google's your best friend. So I will type mine in. Okay, now after you've typed in your product key and you've clicked next, it should bring you to here, telling you that it has saved all the information and that you can finish to continue to Windows 98. For some reason it's not clear. I apologize. This may take a few minutes. I'm not gonna have you sit through all of it, so yeah. We're almost done-ish. So what we do now is, if you want to change the time, time and date and time zone, do it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Me, I'm not worried about it. Do 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 do. Okay, now we're going to reboot again. Well, let's run the setup. Why not? Because we have to switch boot priorities. Because all the files are copied on the hard drive now. There we go. Okay. Stay at the main. Boot options. Go down to boot options again. Press enter. Oh, don't mind that. That's just the... I have my iPhone plugged in, so don't mind that. First boot option. We'd want to put the hard disk so it will automatically boot to the hard disk. And just exit, escape, press escape, and then exit. Yes, of course. It's just like installing it on a real computer, except virtually. Just press escape to boot. We'll fix that later. And boom, you've installed Windows 98 2nd Edition. If you don't want a password, just click OK, or you can X out of it. Now this new hardware, it's the plug-and-play monitor. You just press next, click next, and then next, and then it's not, just click OK. And there's already a file in the INF directory. So we're going to go there. It's going to install it. It's installed, and guess what? It is now searching for another piece of hardware. The sound chip. Yes, of course we do. Again, press escape. Oh, what's that I hear? That's the startup sound of Windows 98. Yep. It may take a little while to load, but hey, there we go. And yeah, this part of the video, oh, I always like this. Remember this, yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, there's going to be another video following this video on how you can install additional drivers, such as the video drivers, the graphics drivers, and all that good stuff. So I will get to that in the next video. In the meantime, enjoy the fresh installation of Windows 98 Second Edition on your virtual machine. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And any suggestions, please leave them. I'm open-minded. And again, enjoy and stay tuned for my next video.